So I talk a lot about rotation in your golf swing when I'm coaching, and I know that there's lots of people that struggle with rotation in their golf swing, struggle to be able to achieve it and do it. A couple of simple pointers that's really going to help you out if you're a person that struggles to turn. So loads of people that I coach struggle with rotation, and it's perfectly normal. We're all not as flexible as we should be. Nobody does any stretching, and we just kind of roll up to the golf course, try and hit balls and sometimes your body just doesn't allow it. And I know that's definitely something that I struggle with. So, there's a couple of key things that I tend to do with some sort of clients that I've got, some older clients, to really help them to move. But this doesn't necessarily have to be restricted to just older people. This could be anybody. If you're a person that struggles with rotation in their golf swing, there could be something in this video to really help you out. Right, so there are three types of forces in your golf swing. You've got vertical, so the up and down, lateral, side to side, and then the rotational. So we're going to focus on the rotational element of the golf swing. But when people get this wrong, they tend to use a little bit too much lateral movement. So there's a couple of key things. So if you watch the golf this weekend, we've got the British Open on, or the Open on this weekend, and you're going to see golfers like, your Rory McIlroys, Dustin Johnson and stuff like that. Now, you're going to struggle to emulate what they do because they're so flexible to achieve the positions that they get in their golf swing. The average golfer's really going to struggle. So there's a couple of key tweaks that I get people to do if they're struggling. So Rory might set up to his 7-iron with quite a wide stance, and that's a nice powerful base. But if you're getting too wide and trying to make a golf swing from here with a club and you're struggling with rotation, you're going to get a lot of side to side movement in your golf swing, and that's a problem. So I like to get people to just set themselves up a little bit narrower, okay? So, and then that just allows the hips to move a little bit freer, so perhaps a fraction narrower than you would normally be for the shot. So to set themselves up, I would then, another really common fault that I see a lot of is just too much knee bend. So, people sit down like they would into a chair and get into a position like this where the knees are too flexed, and then the weight tends to sit back into the heel of the foot. And that's a real problem, because then you're really going to struggle both with rotation on the way back, and then it really going to hinder you on the way through. So get yourselves up taller. The amount that your knees should bend is just, if my legs are straight there, that's enough. Just kink them a little bit to take the tension out of the legs. So there with the slightly narrower stance, slightly kinked knees, and then you're going to be able to move those hips a little bit easier. Now, if you are a senior golfer and this is something that you've been working on, it can help to just bring this right foot back ever so slightly. So from an address position, we're already opening up our hips a little bit. That's going to allow you to turn a lot freer, get your hands into a much deeper position there. Okay, hand depth is absolutely key. So we're trying to bring that right foot back, achieve a better turn, get the hands into a deeper position here, and then on the way down we can kind of just let the hands freewheel a little bit, get in front of you and start to feel it there, so a little bit of hand speed. The hip movement is key, okay, so what you need to focus on is that this right hip, the way that it moves, we do not want it to go this way, so that would be the lateral movement if it goes side to side. The focus is that this hip doesn't come beyond this point here, and as you swing back, you rotate the right pocket of your trousers or your shorts. So as I swing there, no lateral movement and a rotation there. And what you want to feel is that as you're doing that, so as we work on this right hip moving back, that we try and get this shoulder as far behind the ball as we can. So in an ideal world, that hip moves back, we get to the top of our backswing, and then you're kind of looking over the top of your left shoulder down at your right foot. But if that's too far, just try and get the shoulder back as far as the ball even. So just try and get, because that's going to allow, you're going to create the rotation here, but you're going to shift your weight by moving this shoulder. Now that's not making you move laterally, that's just making you move rotationally, and that's what we're trying to do. That's going to give you a lot of width in your swing here, to get the club out and away from your body, get you to a real, we've already said about hand depth, to get decent hand depth, decent width in your backswing, and then on the way down you can generate a little bit of speed and kind of let those hands freewheel a little bit into the ball. So there you're going to get in the rotation, you're going to introduce a little bit of speed, but it's really going to get you turning and moving a lot freer. So it should look something like this. So set yourselves up, we get the knees, so not into the overly bent position, just there. Feet that little bit narrower, just drag that right foot back and just feel that hip moving back. And I'm just going to bring this left shoulder roughly back level with the ball and just kind of freewheel it down and just swing nice and easy. There. That's going to give you a little bit better rotation, that's going to get you turning, and you can see there, that's going to get the ball starting on a better path, and then you're going to be able to start hitting some draws and stuff like that as well. But rotation is key, absolutely paramount to hitting some decent golf shots. But as we're talking about rotation, if you want to learn how to hit your driver from the inside every time, make sure you check that video out.